Hello and welcome. Today we are in the Tier 10 Royal Navy aircraft carrier, the Malta. I'm not very good at this. I've only played like 10 matches in this ship, and even then there were pretty significant gaps. Like I would play a few matches, then months would go by, and I'd play a few more matches, and then some more months would go by, and it makes it a pretty difficult learning process. Although I do remember that the rocket planes on this ship are pretty good for aircraft carriers. I am running the default captain skills, basically whatever the game suggested, but with upgrades I do focus more on the torpedo bombers because I think torpedo bombers on any CV really are the best. Because you will have to hit bigger ships eventually, and when you do, well, torpedo bombers are your bread and butter. Obviously, Malta has AP dive bombers, so you're not gonna be, well, I guess they're technically level bombers, but they're AP, so they aren't gonna be that effective against battleships, and well, rocket planes are never gonna be that effective against battle. Actually, I guess they could be, but they probably won't be. And hey, we got the first strike in, and it was against the destroyer. 3,500 damage isn't a lot, but for a destroyer, that's a good 15% of their HP, right? Or maybe even a little more than 15% of their HP. I also spotted the submarine, although, to be fair, with submarines you shouldn't really be surprised where they spawn because, well, you should just look at where your submarine spawned and you'd know that the opposing submarine spawned opposite of them. At least unless there are divisions involved. When there are divisions with submarines, then different things can happen, but otherwise, submarines spawn mirrored to each other. Okay, we have torpedo bombers. There's a submarine here. Could I go and spot him? Maybe. But my focus is on trying to drop on the Mosque. Oh yeah, I forgot. Hayat actually does have anti-air. Maybe Moscow will show a little bit more broadside I can drop. That would be the goal. Because Moscow is a very big target. She's a cruiser, but she's a very big target. Although, if Hayate is here and broadside, we might even drop her. Especially with the position Hayate is at. That does not seem like a very good position for the DD. I don't think she can maneuver too much. Although I don't know if these torps will work. I'll still try, because any damage on a destroyer is good. Besides, even if I don't do much damage with these, it basically takes the destroyer out of the game for forever. And we did hit a torpedo. That's very nice. And by using heal and healing up on the planes, I managed to get a second drop in with not that many torps. That could hit a maximum of 3, right? But it's only gonna hit like 1 or maybe 2. Okay, 1 is fine. Wasn't the best angle, but the Wisconsin was right next to the Cleveland, so either way it just isn't gonna be the greatest drop, regardless how you go about it. But hey, we've hit the Hayate for a good, well, maybe not 10,000 damage, but like 6, 7, no, it's more like 8 to 9,000, right? That's very significant damage for a destroyer. That definitely, if I'm playing the DD, I am now worried about running into an enemy DD, unless I know that they're low HP, because you might not win a fight like that, and that's significant for a Hayate because, well, as we saw recently, Hayate's guns are pretty good. Wait, what? Oh, I think the Wisconsin is firing at me. Essex is spotting what Wisconsin is firing. Honestly, you don't really have to worry too much about battleships firing at you from long range when you're pointed directly towards the battleships, because almost all of their shells are going to hit your deck and they're simply going to bounce off. But I do think I shouldn't try to get closer to the Wisconsin, considering that she seems to be coming down the middle. Okay, we managed to somewhat avoid the anti-air. I'm gonna drop on this Moskva and then try to, if we have enough planes, turn around to fly over to the Cleveland. Oh, that was a terrible drop. Way too far ahead. Yeah, honestly, I am not very impressed by these bombs. but something like a Cleveland should be the perfect target for it. Okay, let's lead not so much this time. Yep, right on the bow. Look, this perfectly hits, and it actually did less than against the Moskva.
Autopilot disabled.
Okay. Yeah, see, I don't like these level bombers very much. They don't just... I mean, I guess I got unlucky on where the bombs landed. That only like 2 landed into the Cleveland at all. But I mean, those are the kinds of targets that you would be hitting. So I'm thinking of where to go with my CV, but I think I'm gonna have to go behind the island. Of course I want to make sure I turn away from the Wisconsin, because that guy is getting pretty close. We should actually start hitting him, because this is gonna get so sketchy in a bit. Because I am showing some side, and when you're showing side as a CV, you should absolutely be worried about long-range shots from battleships. And this is what torpedo bombers are for, although she's turning in, so it's not going to be a great drop. We should be able to do a pretty good drop on the other side now, because she will be locked into a full turn. I dropped way too far away, but I was a little worried. Yeah, that wasn't a great drop. Sure, it set up this one, but still, I should have... Wow, the attack run just put me right through the flak cloud. Yeah, this drop won't be great either, but at the same time, forcing these kinds of turns onto the battleship... I mean, look at where my concealment radius is. He stopped just in time to spot me, by the way. Like, if he had come 500 meters more, I would have been surface spotted. And also, forcing the Wisconsin into that turn meant that my teammates, like the Montana, just deleted most of her HP. I don't know who, but somebody did. Thinking of bringing my CV closer, but I don't know if it's the best choice, because the match is even right so far. Even though position-wise it looks like we're doing extremely well. Right, look, we have 3 cap zones, we're holding both of them, but well, the number of ships says that we're pretty much even. And our Austin is low HP, Henri is low HP, Ibuki is half HP, our Shima is almost dead. You know, this might turn pretty quickly. Oh, that was pretty nice on the breast. Damn. I would like to get more drops like that. Can I do another drop? I don't know. She's gonna be in the smokescreen, potentially. Potentially. Maybe if I had turned around immediately, it would have ended up going better. Yeah, I waited too long. But I guess, I mean, if she's in the smoke, there's only... Oh, never mind. It's not that breast went into smoke and got unspotted, she died. Okay. Well, I mean, there's... the Jean Bar then. Okay, yeah, let's go back behind the island. Hello, JB. Would you like some rockets too? Oh, Hindenburg anti-air. Not great, this is gonna hurt. Yep. Unfortunately, sometimes, like, flak from a third-party ship is always very painful. You just can't do anything about it. Like, if there's a ship that's a perfect distance away from the ship that you're striking where the flak is constantly active, it's extremely hard to dodge them. Because if you're going into the target that has flak going up, it's pretty easy, because you only have to dodge flak for a little while, and then there's no flak anymore. But if there's a second ship that's just a perfect distance away to constantly have you in the flak clouds, well, sometimes you just have to fly through the entire flak bubbles, and there just isn't much to do. I was thinking a little bit about going to the 8 cap, but looking at the minimap, absolutely not. I mean, there's the Hayatan, there's the submarine still, there's a Cleveland, the Moskva, the Essex is over there. Yeah, that would have just gone poorly. Our target will be the JB, because she seems to want to camp. And obviously we cannot allow camping, especially when there's a mountain range right behind the ship, because you know what that means? That means we get out of the drop free. Literally for free. Look. Anti-air? What anti-air? thank you for the islands. And we managed to land all four torps for some pretty good damage. And I bet you that JB is now pressing the W key to try to reposition. Because he realizes if he stays there, well, I'm gonna drop him again, and that's just not gonna go well. The mistake he's making is that he thinks I'm not gonna drop him again when he moves. But obviously, that's not the case. In fact, he made it easier for me to drop by making this turn. Okay, never mind. I might have some skill issue there. Anyway, I think my teammates might be able to deal with the JB now, considering he is at 8,000 HP. Okay, we're losing the A-cap. The Cleveland got slapped. The JB got slapped by the Austin. Well, maybe not slapped. More like, I don't know. What would be a good example? Somebody breathed on him really hard many times in a row. I guess I'm gonna have to go find the destroyer that's probably in A. Oh, actually no, that's the submarine, right? Because the torpedoes were separate. But I don't think we can do anything against the submarine. Because it's very difficult to drop on one. Oh, there she is. Well, if I had started the attack run a little earlier, maybe it would have been possible. But here, you know, by the time the rockets land, the sub would have already been at 14 meters, so I would not have been able to hit him. Oh, and our random fighter plane managed to actually just eat up the entire strike from the Essex. By the way, we're behind in ships now. I don't think this is going to last, but we're definitely behind in ships. I think the Montana would be a good target now. She's down to 30k HP and the Montana is getting into a position where she is going to fight. Oh, I ran into fighters as well. Well, that's a mistake. Uh-oh. But I think we should be able to do our drop because we were going full speed. Yep, and now we just pull back. We might lose it, but at least we did the drop. And wow, that's a lot of damage. And a fire. This is gonna be helpful for my teammates, especially because they did take out our Montana. Maybe we do have to do a second strike, but that Montana is definitely gonna die now.
Autopilot enabled.
I'm thinking of starting to go towards the A-cap, because if I run into the submarine, I think my ship can handle it. And I think Hayate is low enough HP that if I do get close, I should be able to finish it with my rocket planes. Wow, I'm glad I went through with the torpedo bomber drop on the Montana, because she started healing. I was actually debating whether I should or shouldn't drop. Because, you know, she got down to like 1,000 HP, but it was clearly really important. Because that heal could have helped Montana actually get away. Anyway, time to go look for the Hayate. And I think if we do find her, she's probably gonna die. She has no HP. I think the decap is secure for now. I don't think there's anything that's gonna cap that base this game. Okay, hello Hayate. Would you like some rocket planes? I guess this is one of the Malta strengths. I don't think there are many CVs that can actually deal with destroyers these days. Malta definitely can.
Enemy destroyer blown up.
Okay, there's a Moskva there. Oh! The Essex is actually striking me. Why? This seems like a terrible idea. Although the fighter plane might... Oh, wait, what? The fighter already locked on? What? Are you serious? Seriously? On an Essex you can just drop a fighter on the enemy CV? And the fighters won't get shot down before they actually lock on and kill the enemy planes? That doesn't seem broken at all, does it? Wow. That's some BS. I'm gonna just drop the Moskva from the front. Because I think it's gonna be a bad drop even if I try to go around because, well, I have so few planes, right? I'm gonna lose a bunch of them before I get to do anything. So I'm gonna go after the Moskva with bombers now. or the Hindenburg, one of them. Maybe sailing towards the heavy cruisers isn't the best choice, but considering Essex is striking me, I don't know if I have much of a choice now. I mean, on the other hand, it's kind of good, because, well, some of our ships aren't the healthiest. Austin might have decent AA, but I think like 2 strikes on her would actually be enough. Oh yeah, Essex is smokescreen. Well, that's annoying. Okay, Moskva. These are for you, okay, buddy? Oh man, Moskva is turning in too, so the strike is gonna suck either way. By the way, if you didn't notice... Oh, this is a little too far forward. Yeah, too far forward. By the way, if you didn't notice... most ships outturn planes. It might even be all ships outturn planes. Because the difference comes from the size of the turning circle. Planes might turn very quickly, but if you want to strike, you can't just turn... Oh wow, that actually was a pretty decent drop, 7k. Well, it wouldn't be a very decent drop if you had to fly a whole 20 kilometers to get there, but it's decent enough now. Anyway, most ships actually outturn planes. Well, not like plane turning versus ship turning, but the fact is that the plane has to start from like 3-4 kilometers away to even do the strike. So when that's the case, you know, they have to fly several times the distance that the ship has to cover to actually make the same turn, to keep up with it. And because of that, even something like Moskva can actually just outturn planes if they only care about planes. Are those submarine torpedoes? That's not great. Also, this Essex is in the smokescreen. We don't have anything else to strike, so... You know what? We're just gonna guess where the Essex will be, okay? I'm just guessing. Gonna be like right here, right? Surely this is gonna work. Wait, what? It actually worked? Oh my god. Wow. I just guessed based on where the anti-air, like, showed up. I can't believe I landed that. Oh, by the way, the submarine is still alive. Surprisingly. Although I think if this game had lasted for like another minute, the submarine would have just died. But hey, a win is a win. It might have not been the most clean game. It might have not been the best play, but we won. I think that Essex deserves a compliment, so does the Austin. Because, I mean, that Essex definitely played well. I think if he hadn't actually focused on me and went after the Austin or the Shimakaze, I think they would have won the game. Also, yeah, you know what? The submarine deserves a compliment too, because he never actually died, right? He never picked the fight where he ended up losing. He just didn't have enough time to actually make that much of a difference. Malta is pretty cool. I need to play more of the ship. Do you have any comments on how to not be such a noob in this ship? I'd really appreciate them. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I would like to thank the patrons on Patreon. Thank you very much for your continued support, and I hope I'll see you guys next time.